Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. They've got the big fellas out there. A 3 tight end look on 1st and 10. They go to the ground. Running into the open space. And they'll finally catch up to him, but not before a big chunk of yardage is picked up.
Well, on that one, they decide to attack the left outside on the ground, and you see the speed by the ball carrier there. He's picking up a huge chunk of yards.
Now, I can't imagine any reason they wouldn't just run that play again.
If it ain't broke, don't fix it. Why not just go back to the well one more time?
They weren't going to let him loose again after that big play. This time, they knock him down behind the line. When you have a conference as deep and balanced as this Big 12 is, it's important to get off to a quick start in conference play.
Yeah, you're going to be challenged each and every week here in the Big 12 Conference. Since they've expanded, the quality of this conference has gotten so much better. So, David, big challenge here to make sure mentally your mind is right starting the season off today.
Yeah, I mean, to make your dreams come true, it starts one game at a time, the old cliche. But the Big 12, year in and year out, so many different teams that can beat you, so many different teams that can put points up on the scoreboard. Got to start fast in Big 12 play.
They'll try to pick it up on the ground. They thought they could just run it on 3rd and short, but this defense was there to make the stop.
Great job by the defense. Everybody firing off the ball, hitting their guys, holding their gaps, running to the football, nowhere to go.
This offense wants to establish an aggressive identity. They'll go for it on 4th down. Running with power. They stop him short of the marker, and they'll turn it over on down.
And listen, I have no problem being aggressive on 4th down, but the consequences of that, now you got to have your defense go bail you out. So you started the game trying to be aggressive. Well, defense, you got to get my back now.
Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Off the play fake on 1st down to throw. And the pass to the sideline will pick up a short gain. I wonder how much fun this is for him. The head coach trying to take down the old alma mater across the way.
Yeah, I think these are always mixed emotions and how you feel about this, playing your old squad. Like, it's something about it, I'm sure, that's nostalgic, and all the memories probably come flooding back. But there's also a competitive element, Palmer, that you want to beat this squad. Like, this is the next team in your way for you accomplishing your goals and dreams.
Yeah, he's probably experiencing the emotional spectrum coming into this game, but make no mistake about it. He has to separate himself from his past allegiances and understand he's the home team. He wants this crowd to get in this football game. You know he just gave a rousing speech to his guys in the locker room before taking the field. He wants to win this game versus his alma mater.
The Horned Frogs getting set on 1st and 10. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple. And the Horned Frogs in the hurry-up. Flushed out of the pocket. He'll get rid of it. Wide open downfield. Gets it inside the 5, down to the 4, and it'll be 1st and goal.
That's a beautiful pass and catch. I love the job the quarterback does manipulating the defense with his eyes. He froze that safety, and that allowed his receiver more room to work his route.
To the air, it's Hoover. And he fired a bullet in, but it's incomplete.
Well, that last incompletion is a good example of why your timing has to be so good as a quarterback, because the windows, they open and they close so quickly in this part of the field.
Looking for a path to the end zone to the right. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Horned Frogs!
And the running back was not going to be denied on that play. He had a hole, he saw it, he put his foot in the ground, and that was pavement.
And he did get that extra point through the slippery surface, no problem. Not going to get a return here. They'll bring it out to the 25 as the kickoff sails through the back of the end zone. LSU will dive into the playbook here on offense. That last drive was promising at times, but stalled out, and they turned it over on downs, Jesse.
I think they got to do a better job here, just being better early in the downs. On first down, finding positive.
Yeah, and it's frustrating when you move the football and get stopped on the other side of the field and get no points. But they've had some success, and I like the aggressiveness. They just got to cash some of these drives in.
That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they have a first down at the 43. And LSU starting to get that passing attack cranked up.
And this is a unit that typically LSU is as good as they are at quarterback. We know they're going to be physical. We know they got athletes all over the field. But when they get really good quarterback play, those teams are really special.
That's a really nice run. One thing I love about him is he's got versatility. Reminds me of a guy I used to play against back in the day, Kevin Falk. He could catch the ball, he could run the ball, he could block, he returned kicks. He did everything for the LSU Tigers, and this guy, he's got that ability too. So many different tools in his toolbox.
And the running back didn't get much there. Nice job on the defense. You can tell they're focused in on this running back, on this run game, being physical, getting knockbacks, limiting his carries.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Wide out in motion. Really nice stop there from this senior leader. If they can convert here, that type of play can really give you a shot of momentum. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. And it's hauled in at the 10. He's brought down, but he's got him inside the 10. 1st and goal from the 8.
And the quarterback knew exactly where he wanted to go with the football, had time, spins the ball deep. Nice job by this offense, understanding what the defense is giving them and creating explosive play.
Not much room. He gets one down to the 7. The Tigers want to pick up the tempo. Motion from the offense. Quick touch pass to the receiver. And there were no creases or crevices to run through, and they shove him out of bounds.
Well, and on these little push passes, timing is so important. You're trying to snap it right as he's getting a full head of steam. When he gets the ball, he's hitting the outside, and David, it puts the defense in such a difficult spot.
You immediately have to be rotating when you see that motion, so everybody's got to communicate and kind of bump over. That's why offenses love to run it. It makes the defense communicate.
Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Tigers.
And I love it. I love the physicality of this offense. It's 3rd and goal. I trust my offensive line to pave the way, give the ball to my running back, and know he's going to physically punch this thing into the end zone.
And the extra point splits the upright. All tied up and just about set to kick it away. Just into the end zone, and he'll bring it out. Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. TCU has it back, and the Horned Frogs go on offense. After standing on the sideline and watching that long touchdown drive, they really need to put something together to give their defense a rest.
And that's a real thing, man. Like, you play a lot of plays, you get worn out, you need a chance to go decompress on the sideline, get some oxygen. Palmer, now it's on this offense.
Yeah, this is the definition of complementary football because it's a two-pronged problem. You've got to score points and answer, but you've also got to take your time and give your defense an opportunity to get their win.
Makes the catch down the right side.
That's another first down, TCU. That's the end of the first quarter. It's time at 7.
First down to start the drive after the break. Wide receiver coming across in motion. Quick pass on the fly motion. Not much working there. It'll be 2nd and 9.
And these little touch passes, man, they're just the easiest completions ever for quarterbacks. Palmer, I bet you would have loved being able to just flip it forward. That counts as to your completion percentage, which is good. And then it's all right after the catch, so pretty easy for a QB.
You wouldn't have been the only All-American in this booth, David, if I were allowed to have push passes when I was playing quarterback. I'll tell you that. It is so hard to defend. It's so hard to seal that edge, especially when this guy's full speed ahead coming around the outside.
The Horned Frogs have their offense in high gear. I don't think he was the primary receiver on the play, but when you get that open, you become the primary target.
You ain't lying, and a great job. Credit to the quarterback seeing it, because you have your primary guy you want to go to first. He sees him wide open, delivers the strike. That's the guy you should hit, the guy that's open. Don't get hung up on that first guy all the time.
That's a great example of him understanding where everybody is on the field, because that wasn't the guy he wanted to throw it to, but he knew he was going to get hit. He had to get rid of it quickly, dumped it off, and he let his guy go make a big play for him.
He rumbles all the way down to the 2-yard line. He gave him a little bit of everything on that one. Trying to pound it in. And he takes it to the house. Touchdown, TCU!
Another rushing touchdown. That's now 2 on the game. This offense thought they could come into this one running the ball, being the more physical team, and they look like it right now.
About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. And as the ball makes its way into the end zone, it'll be a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. The Bayou Bengals will run the offense out onto the field. That last drive really productive. David wound up with a touchdown. They'll try to do it again.
Yeah, so I don't expect this offense to change too much, Reese. They had a great drive. They got the touchdown. Everything working. I would expect them to keep pushing this ball downhill.
And just imagine if they could put another touchdown on the board right here. They could capture so much momentum in this game with back-to-back TDs.
Not much doing there. He gets it to the 26, a gain of 1.
Yeah, and the running back didn't get much here, but, you know, you clearly want to always establish the tempo, run the football, be consistent, make that defense physically meet the challenge.
On 3rd down, he drops to throw. Connection to the right. That's where they'll mark him down, but what a play there to pick up a 1st down.
Well, look, that wasn't a touchdown, but that was a massive play for this offense. They needed some momentum. They needed to find a rhythm, and what better way than converting on 3rd down. Awesome job by the quarterback getting through his progression.
Here he goes breaking the pocket. Nowhere to go, and the ball's loose. No, the offense looks as if they fell on the fumble, and they'll keep the ball.
Good awareness by the offense. You never want to see the ball on the ground, but a nice job understanding to just kind of jump on it and make sure you keep possession.
He lobs one high down the left side. And he delivers the blow, and he's still running. And this defense is a half a beat behind. They just can't quite keep up. They've got it down to the 21.
That's a really nice job holding that pass in, and you think LSU has just been such a breeding ground in recent years for receivers. Jamar Chase, Justin Jefferson, OBJ, Jarvis Landry, they all have the ability to make a play anywhere on the field, and that's what this guy can do. You can line them up anywhere.
Got some room, headed to the goal line. Couldn't quite nudge it in. Not sure you could get much closer, but it'll be 1st and goal.
I love that play call, and I love the timing of the pre-snap motion. Because the quarterback was able to get it to the receiver right behind the offensive line, because of the timing, he was able to outflank the defense. That puts him out in space where he's able to use his speed. Nice job with the pre-snap motion.
And he'll race it to the house. Touchdown, LSU!
Wow, this offense, they have a lot of faith in this running back, knowing if they get down into this area of the field, he can get it done, and he can answer the bell. 2 rushing touchdowns already for this offense.
And we're all square as he's set to kick it away. And he's going to run it back. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. TCU will send its offense back onto the field. These two defenses have had their heads spinning here in the first half, and now we might even see a little more scoring with this drive.
It's going back and forth. This is like two heavyweights just trading blows, David. What does this defense got to do to get a stop here?
I tell you what, man, when you're giving up points like this and you've got no momentum, you've got to find somebody that can make a play to create some. And listen, if they're scoring anyways, let's be aggressive. Let's blitz more. Let's make sure we're making them feel discomfort in some way, shape, or form.
This offense has a second down play. They'll throw again after the incompletion. Unloads to the wideout. Complete to the left. And he almost ran away from everybody on that one. A huge pickup on that play. And the Horned Frogs want to crank the tempo.
And in this offense, you know, as a quarterback, you're going to get opportunities to put up some pretty big numbers. You've been impressed watching this guy play early this year. With that last pass completion, he's now already over 2,000 yards on the season.
The Horned Frogs will snap it on 1st and 10. Discards a man. Just a solid stop by this sophomore. After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line 2nd and 7. It's been a rough start for these guys, and you look down the schedule in the Big 12, there aren't many soft landing spots.
Well, no doubt about it. This team has had some bad breaks early this year in Big 12 play, but they've got to make good things happen, David. They've got to do a better job of executing offensively, defensively, and on special teams, and it's got to start today.
Yeah, finding a way to make those critical plays. Because, you know, what do you know in the Big 12? There's always going to be a lot of scoring, right? And they've come up short, but I think as you find yourself throughout the season, you got to realize, I got to build those confidence. I got to make those plays. And once you do it once, and maybe it happens today, you start to build that confidence.
And he does a really nice job finding open space and making a good gain before the stop is made. Timeout called by the defense is their first of the half as they'll go to the sideline and try to make adjustments. Now on 2nd down. They've softened them up with a run. Now to throw it. And they can't hook up. Going for the big play on 2nd down. Now it's 3rd down. We'll see if the offense can move the chains after that incompletion. A run for the quarterback. Just outside the red zone as they pick up the 1st down. They'll spot it at the 22. Whatever the fastest tempo they have is, that's what they'll use. Throws for the end zone. And that pass picked off.
Well, obviously it's raining here in this game, and the ball's slippery. I don't know if that slipped out of the QB's hands a little bit, but it certainly wasn't an accurate throw, and as a result, it ends up in an interception.
They'll try the run. And they'll stop him after a minimal pickup. The hurry up now, 2nd down, clock ticking. The lone back's got it. Shakes off the defender. Just searching and working for the running room as he gets it out to the 26.
Listen, defense is about energy. It's about passion. It's about physicality. They need a little bit more of that. Get the guy in the ground. Can't you guys break tackles? What could have been set up in a long yardage situation, now it becomes an easier situation because you couldn't get him on the ground.
They'll snap it from the gun on 3rd down. Pulls it in. It's Burke. And he's going to be just short of the 1st down. It's going to bring up a decision for this coach. And now about this lower intestinal fortitude. 4th and 1 in your own territory, and they're going. He is tackled, but it'll be a fresh set of downs. The offense wastes no time getting the timeout call. I'll admit, I wondered if they were just lining up to try to draw them offside.
Me too. Whenever you line up in your own territory, you're thinking, oh, I'm just going to draw them offside. A lot of times, by the way, it gets the defense to kind of relax for a second. You can tell they had a plan, ready to go. They knew they were going to be aggressive.
Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be 2nd down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. On 2nd down, he'll let it fly. That pass is incomplete, and they might be fortunate it wasn't knocked free for a fumble. It'll be 3rd down.
Doesn't take this defense a lot of time to get to the quarterback, man. They've got speed all over the place. They hit him so quickly, and because of that, the ball falls incomplete.
On 3rd and long, trying to convert through the air. Going to take a shot. And the pass hits, picked off. Great job by the freshman, kept his eyes in the right place and made the play.
What a nice play by the DB there. When that rain starts coming down, the ball gets a little bit heavier. The quarterback throws the ball a little bit lighter. DBs can take advantage sometimes of some under...
And it's intercepted. A turnover for the defense. Takes it the other way. And he'll be brought down, and that's how we'll end the first half. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin and our halftime update. LSU ready to boot it away and open this second half. And he'll bring it out of the end zone. Stopped at the 17, and he's probably second-guessing that return. TCU has it back, and the Horned Frogs go on offense. First drive of the second half, always fun to watch. You see what type of tweaks were made at the half, especially when you're locked up in a ball game like this one.
Yeah, and it's been a good game. I mean, it's been a little bit of back and forth and a feeling out process. And now once you get in the second half, who's going to get aggressive, Palmer? Who's going to take some shots, try to make some plays, and really go for it?
Yeah, it's interesting. I think as play callers right now, you learn a lot about these coaching staffs with respect to who does make the best adjustments. There's a lot of coaches that believe we're just going to be...
He holds it in, and nobody's close. And they'll do more than move the chains. They'll move that thing more than 30 yards down the field before he's finally stopped.
Good pass protection isn't just offensive line, right? Running backs also have to be able to pick up the blitz. That running back did an outstanding job. That allowed his quarterback to just buy a little bit more time before making that throw.
Solid pickup of 4 on first down. It's 2nd and 6. Looking for a crease to the left. Tough running this deep in the red zone. He's got 4 down to the 11.
That didn't bust for a long one, but now 3rd down becomes very manageable. It's not 3rd in eternity. Now the whole playbook, the short passing game, long passing game, all of it's available.
He's got it. So close to that end zone. He could almost taste it, but it'll be 1st and goal for this offense. And the Horned Frogs come to the line in the hurry-up. Back to pass, it's Hoover. Looking to buy time. Touchdown, Horned Frogs! And with that one, they jump on top here in the second half.
Really nice job working the route and getting himself open. He was able to locate the football, snag it out of the air, and this guy now has 5 receiving touchdowns on the year.
No reason to risk trying to field that one as it skips through the end zone. It'll be a touchback. LSU will dive into the playbook here on offense. Boy, they hope this next drive is more productive after throwing a pick last time, Jesse.
Yeah, and the coaches did a good job on the sideline there, just talking to the young quarterback and making sure he's able to turn the page, calm him down to go out and refocus this drive.
Yeah, and some people do that better than others, but you got to show some trust in him. Maybe get the ground game going, help around him a little bit with the system.
They can really be aggressive after that last play. It's 2nd and 3. Pushes ahead for a couple. They'll mark it at the 33. It'll be 3rd and short from their own 33. They'll stick to the ground looking for the marker. Really nice job there to pick up the first down and get it to their own 41. The Tigers come to the line with a new set of downs. On the ground, it's Durham. We'll give him a couple on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up.
And the defense doing a great job committing to the run. When you commit to the run like this, obviously you can give up some plays in the passing game, but you got to stop the run first.
On second down, they'll take to the air. Caught behind the line. It's Johnson. And the defense able to drag him down, but not before. They'll recycle that down marker.
Nice job by the running back catching the football and understanding where the first down marker was. I got to go get that first down. He did a nice job at it.
This time they'll go to the running game. That's what you expect from a senior. Don't give them any extra yards. Great tackle there. Got 3 on first down. It's 2nd and 7. He's looking to throw. Just a short pass to the tight end. And he'll make his way out of bounds after the solid pickup.
A nice job by the defense there tackling the catch and smothering the tight end. They know this offense is going to try to find him in the passing game in a lot of different situations. That time, perfect coverage, and nice job bringing the big guy down. Not easy to do.
Crosses the 30. He's got a lane. And he'll take it all the way. They couldn't bring him down. Touchdown, Bayou Bengals. What an explosive eruption into the end zone by this running back.
And this back does it a lot, that he makes big plays. When you can make big plays like this, it makes everybody's job easier. Oh, we can play action. Oh, we can throw it. But it starts with the run game, and this guy's setting everything up.
And he's coming out of the end zone. Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. TCU will send its offense back onto the field. How about that last drive? Just carved him up in the air, David.
Yeah, and how about that quarterback? You gave him the ball, and he delivered the goods. Great job taking apart the defense, Jesse, on that last drive.
He really did, Dave. I mean, that was a masterclass in just reading coverage and being accurate.
Wants to throw on first down.
And a big key on that throw to the slot receiver, guys, is putting the ball out in front. The location of the throw is what helped that guy get extra yards after the catch.
They'll put it in play from the 41 on first down. To the air, it's Hoover. Fires to the middle. Got his man to the left. Good pickup there. They'll move the chains, and they're set up at the 41.
You know, sometimes when you're throwing against zone coverage, you need time for the routes to develop. So nice job by the quarterback there, being patient, allowing his receivers to work themselves open.
From the gun, to give, looking for room.
You know, it's so important for offenses to want to keep third downs manageable. The way you do that is by having success like that, running the football on first down.
Shoots it to the left. Pulls it in. He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a first down for this offense.
This is why quarterbacks always take care of their offensive line. This is why they feed them in the offseason, invite them to the house, buy them gifts, take care of the big boys, because they take care of you.
Throw to the end zone, picked off. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception. Not only a great play, but tremendous discipline by this sophomore to make the pick. The Bayou Bengals will run the offense out onto the field. This could be a real turning point in the game. They scored a touchdown. They got to stop. And now a chance to break the tie.
Yeah, this offense has got it cooking, man. And how about the defense? Great job getting that stop, getting the football right back.
There he goes to the right. He's at the 50. Inside the 30. The 10. Touchdown LSU. And once he found some daylight, it was time to make a house call.
This guy just has a nose for the end zone, and you love his ability to find creases, use his speed in the open field, and go score. He's been really good for his offense early this year. That already his 5th rushing touchdown on the season.
Here he comes from inside his own 5. And they'll get him on the ground as the offense comes out to start the next drive. This drive will open from the 15. They'll throw it on first down. Forced out of the pocket. On the run, fires downfield. He's got it. And he'll go down, but not before the big pickup and the first down. The Horned Frogs will hustle to the line. Looking downfield, it's Hoover. He's taking the shot. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have squeezed it. 2nd and 10 after the previous play. Running to the left. At the 45 on his way. Boy, did he look as if he was going to go. Gets it down to the 37. They're going to ride this running back. Across the 25, he's got room. There to make the stop, and we played 3 in this one. Push down to start the drive after the break. They'll go with a direct snap. Knocked down after a pickup of 6, and they're trying to impose their will in the red zone. Balls at the 13. They'll switch it up here and look to throw. Let's it fly. He snares it in the end zone. Touchdown, TCU.
And it's now the 2nd time this wide receiver has scored. Another outstanding job with the route. Great job securing the catch.
And he knocks it through for the tie here in the 4th quarter. He'll start the return inside his 5. Finds just enough space to cross the 25. Let's mark it at the 27-yard line. LSU will dive into the playbook here on offense. Looking for space. It's Durham. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. On the move. Still running at the 40. Nothing but green ahead. And after gobbling up some serious yardage and showing off those wheels, he's finally out of bounds.
This guy strikes fears into the hearts of every defensive coordinator, David, with that speed. If you give this guy any open grass, man, he's gone.
It's just silly. Look at the angles, people trying to catch him, but he's got so much juice. He can outrun those angles and make enormous plays.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Fast motion from the offense. Quick pass on the jet motion. He's brought down, but he went backwards after that completion, not the way they had it drawn up. Already well within field goal range. Wonder how aggressive they'll be on 3rd and long from the 22. From the gun, wants to pass. Fires deep toward the end zone. Touchdown, Tigers! They've got the lead here in the 4th.
This quarterback really does a nice job seeing the field and reading coverage. And when you go empty and you spread the defense out, it's easier to see what the defense is doing.
The extra point is good, and now in the 4th, they're up by a touchdown and an extra point. Kickoff team lining up to send this one away. And he hauls it in, and everybody's on the edge of their seats. Good job by the coverage unit to put a stop to that return. TCU has it back in the Horned Frogs go on offense. On that last drive, defense had no idea what was happening, run or pass, and it wound up in the end zone, Jesse.
Yeah, you saw the experience in this offense that last drive, too, on that touchdown. Everybody on the...
Snatches it on the right. A huge gain on that one before he ran out of bounds, and he has the first down.
Well, Reese, you and I were talking about this before the game. How is this defense going to be able to deal with all the speed they have offensively? You saw them just rip off a big play.
And, Jesse, now their head's spinning just a little bit. Give up a big chunk play, and it's right back at them. And the Horned Frogs headed quickly to the line.
Really nice timing. Nice job by the quarterback. He drops back to pass, but how about saving your best for when it matters most late in the ballgame? Biggest run of the day in a big moment.
Hit hard just as he released it on first down and just couldn't get it to the receiver.
And finally, the defense is able to get some pressure on this quarterback. They've been trying all game long different ways to affect him. Weren't able to get there, but on that play...
Hits him in stride at the 10. Almost took it all the way there, but it's a huge gain, and they're set up with a first and goal. The defense going to stop the clock with a timeout. They want to make sure they have everybody on the same page. And this is the chance for this offense. A first and goal, fourth quarter, trying to tie the game up. Receiver on the move gets the touch pass. Corralled and brought down by the defense.
And great recognition by the corner. That touch pass, after he throws at the quarterback, it's a pass. He can't throw it forward again. Nice job understanding that, flying up, coming and making the big tackle in the open field.
Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a second and long coming. Back to the air one more time. Makes the catch. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Horned Frogs.
One of the reasons this offense is so exciting to watch, they've got guys that are dangerous after the catch. And if this quarterback gets through his progression, David, hits him in stride, these guys will take it to the house.
Man, it's your job to do the rest, right? You hit me in stride where I don't have to stop running. I don't have to break down. It makes it so easy. The connection between quarterback and wide receiver, you can tell this is a good one, and that's why they got 6 on that play.
Bengals will run the offense out onto the field. You want to talk about a drive where you impose your will? That's what they did, running it down for a touchdown, David.
There is nothing more demoralizing than that for a defense, to be physically pounded. The run is coming. You know it's coming, and you can't stop it.
Nothing the defense can do. That is mano-a-mano up front, and your guys getting the push. They know you're running it, and they still can't stop it.
Let's see what call they have on third and long from the 28. Wide receiver now comes in motion. With jet sweep pass. He couldn't find anywhere to go, and now it's fourth down.
And that's a gut punch, especially if you're the offensive coordinator, because that was sort of a foreign look, the pre-snap motion, a timing play, trying to get the receiver the football quickly. You're expecting to outflank the defense, but give the defense a ton of credit. They made the bigger play, and now they've set you up in a fourth down.
TCU will send its offense back onto the field. How big is this drive? Scored a touchdown the last time they had it. Defense gets a stop, and now it's up to them in a tie game.
All right, so if you're the offensive coordinator here, let's dial it in. Who are your best matchups and best playmakers to take advantage of this golden opportunity?
Yeah, and I'm interested to see this defense, too. Like, the momentum is clearly not in your favor. How do you get it back? How do you make a big play? Do you be more aggressive here to try to get the football back to your offense?
Hoping to help their kicker out with a few yards on third down, because from here, it would be a 58-yarder. To the ground to try to pick up the first. He's run out of bounds, but he's got enough to move the sticks.
And listen, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. I mean, I love teams that commit to the run, and when it's successful, keep running the rock.
Yeah, David, I think this offensive line right now, they've got a lather going. They're really sort of getting into the groove. And
no more time to throw. Quarterback is sacked at the 35. The clock has stopped as we have reached the 2-minute warning here in the ball game. We'll see if they can get a little better protection after the sack. It's 2nd and 12. To the air, it's Hoover. They're trying to get to it. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf. A field goal attempt from this spot would be 52 yards out. A few yards on 3rd down would make it easier. Makes his connection. And he's not going to get there. The defense stands tall and makes the stop. Going for it on 4th down late in a tie game. This is a huge play. Trying to make magic with his feet. He is brought down, but man, what a job to find some running room and move the chains.
Man, these are killers, right? Late in the game, in the 4th quarter, you're getting to the quarterback, but he does such a great job scrambling around. When you do this, you get extra 1st downs. You start to wear those defensive linemen out. So late in the game, this could pay off. Great job getting the 1st down.
The defense calls the timeout. They're 2nd of the day as they try to get their act together. After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line, 2nd and 7. From the shotgun, they'll run it. Really nice stop there from this senior leader.
All right, no secrets with this offense. We're going to keep running the football. Let that clock tick. Keep 2 hands on the football. And then where does my kicker like to kick it the most? You see some people like it from the right hash or the left hash. Some people like it in the middle. Run the clock. Get my kicker in the position he wants to be in. Try to kick the field goal with the least amount of time as possible.
Kept it on the ground on 3rd down. Picked up 5 yards, but it'll still be 4th and 1. Timeout is called by the defense. 19 ticks remaining. So here we are on 4th down, and this field goal kicker is going to face all the pressure in the world. Between the uprights, it's good. Hey, there's a lot of celebrating going on over there, but there is still time left on the clock.
It is a nerve-wracking feeling as a football player when the game comes down to your kicker. And he has to come through, and Palmer, he comes through with flying colors.
And you know in college football, no field goal is automatic. But there's no college kicker situation here. He drills that right through the uprights. David, it looks like his team's getting the dub.
They're going to open this drive with a pass. Fights off a defender. He's taking the deep shot. Fires into traffic, picked off. The return never really got started, but boy, he has set his team up at the 28. Looks like the defense will play quarters coverage here. Going up top on 1st down. Pocket starts to collapse. He'll go down in a bit of an unusual way to bring this game to a close. Well, this